him and his family that he has reached a suitable destination. And I'm happy that you are continuing his legacy and, bringing more people to this forum to speak and glorify about Guru Maharaj. So we will start. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami iti namine Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayane Gaurakata Dhamadaya Nagar Ramatarane Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langaite Giram Yat Kripa Tamham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunnilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha.
So, Mataji, before you start, can I just speak something?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, we welcome all the devotees for today's Throwback Thursday organized by Iskcon Seshadripuram JSSS. And today we have a very special guest with us, Her Grace Chitra Malini Mataji. So, although you have received a small introduction about Mataji, like she joined this Iskcon movement back in 1997, so almost 25 years ago. In Shyamadesh, and Mataji is Brahman initiated as well. And Mataji has done a lot of services, like she has been engaged in preaching children, youth, and Prasadam committee. And maybe many of you would not know, may not be aware, but Mataji is very famous for her cooking. So looks like in the Gaurangadesh, Damodadesh, Mataji is very famous for the cooking that she is doing. So many more wonderful qualities of Mataji's are there, which were not there in the introduction. And like she has a very motherly nature and very caring nature. So by profession, she was a nurse as well, in the professional world. And same care she is having in the devotee community as well. So like I interacted 2-3 times Mataji for organizing this session, and I could sense that motherly, touch, motherly feeling while talking to Mataji. So it was very wonderful. So we would like to welcome Mataji by one time chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Over to you, Mataji.
Thank you. My dear God brothers and God sisters, please give me your blessings so that I can glorify Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is an ocean, and he has got so many good qualities that we fail short sometimes to glorify Guru Maharaj. I'm just making an humble attempt to glorify him. So please forgive me for my shortcomings, because I myself having so many faults, and it's not easy to glorify somebody who is such an elevated soul, such a pure soul. But I'll just try my best with the little knowledge that I have received from him and little realizations that I can share with all of you today. Thank you very much. Welcome everybody first to this forum, and it's a great opportunity to glorify Guru. And of course, it has been pending from my side. Prabhu has been requesting me for quite some time now, and unfortunately, somehow or the other, I just moved into my new home here in Coimbatore sometime in during Navratri time, and then I have moved to Mumbai for a month. I just got back this week, and so let's start without much ado. I'm going to take you all a little bit back, a few years back, when I just joined the movement. That was in 1997. Guru Maharaj used to be at that time called Acharya Pad, until the GBC took a decision that he should not be called by that name. Okay, so the whole yatra was very excited. Shyamadesh I was in Shyamadesh at that time. The whole yatra was very excited that Acharya Pad is coming. We had just joined Iskcon, and I had, of course, started chanting 16 rounds in a month's time. But I had no knowledge about who's a guru, that, we need a guru in our life, anything at all. It was very, very new. I was only chanting 16 rounds. Apart from that, my son had joined the Krishna Conscious Club, and, he was doing his classes. He was only around 4 years old at that time. And everybody was very excited. They were having meetings upon meetings and meetings, and, for me, it was such a strange thing. And I was thinking, why are they giving so much attention to somebody who's just going to be here for 2 days or 3 days? Okay, they can, serve a guest very nicely, give him good food, or glorify him in the sense that when he comes, do their services nicely so that he's happy. But for me, an understanding about Guru was absolutely not there. And it was very difficult to fathom somebody, and they were giving so much of attention. And, the whole thing was so hyped up, which is very uncommon in a situation where I came from. Even if you treat your guest, you're just uh, doing everything normally, but everything was in a very upscale situation, cleaning the house, sprucing the house up, and everybody's super excited. So we waited for Guru Maharaj to arrive, and since I joined around September 1997, Guru Maharaj arrived in early January, and one of the businessmen there was running a shop in Sharjah, organized a program on the terrace. And Guru Maharaj came directly for the program. That's the first time I was seeing him. And the whole crowd was, so excited seeing Guru Maharaj. And we were not a very big crowd, but the devotees from all over UAE had come to attend the program. And this personality that I can still visualize how he entered the room. Guru Maharaj is tall, he was well built, and he's like a lion roaring into the room. And then he started his kirtan. And that's the first time I'm seeing these symbols, which are so big. And my son was telling, Mommy, it looks like idli patram. Idli patram is like, the lid for the idli, because I had a idli vessel, and the lid of it very much resembled the symbols that Guru Maharaj was having. It was a huge symbols that he was having. And, as soon as he entered, he started with kirtan. And the whole crowd, we just became so crazy with this kirtan, and everybody was super excited. And after that, after the kirtan finished, the next day, he was staying in our Yatra leader's house, Rasakrida Parayana Prabhu's house. And the next day morning, I got a call saying that we would like some help from you, Mataji. Can you just come and help us with the cooking? So my first visit, and to a proper program like this, where a Maharaj is coming, and I said, yeah, if you want me to come and help, I'll come and help. So this was much before I took initiation or shelter or anything. So on my on Guru Maharaj's first visit to UAE, my realization of his first visit, of course, he had been visiting UAE because he was a GBC at that time for UAE. And, they called me into the kitchen, and I think I'm blessed, because nobody on their first visit seeing a guru will get the opportunity to cook for him. So I was asked to make chapatis, and I said, okay. It was not a big thing, because we are roti eaters, and we would easily make rotis. So I helped them to this thing, and she told me, no, you take over the whole thing, because Guru Maharaj wants very thin rotis, and he wants fulkas, so it should be put on the flame, and it should be perfectly puffed up. Okay, so the first roti went, and then it came back, and then they said 90%. So I said, what do you mean by 90% is perfectly cooked? So he said, no, Guru Maharaj wants it a little more crisp. So I said, okay. And then every roti would go and come and go and come, and you had to put one dollop of ghee on that, and it would go. And it was like a game for me, because Guru Maharaj was appreciating the food, but he was said, it's 85, it is 92. So it would go on like that. And we had I'm really grateful to Guru for giving me that service of cooking for him on my first seeing Guru Maharaj for the first time. So that was a great realization that I had, that he engaged me in his service, which was a great thing. And the same day, after his, I think before his lunchtime, as soon as we entered the house, Guru Maharaj also came out from the bedroom in the living room to pay obeisances to the altar. And my husband also bent down and paid obeisances. And they were in the opposite direction. When they caught up, Guru Maharaj's head collided with my husband's head, indirectly giving him, a special mercy. And I was thinking, what is my husband doing? Why is he going and hitting Guru Maharaj on his head. And I don't know, there's some connect there probably. And, he showered all his mercy on both of us. 98 of June, he visited us again in Shyamadesh. And at that time, our Yatra leader told us that you can take shelter. So we didn't know what was shelter, although I was attending Bhakti Vriksha classes, and Apurva Mataji was conducting classes for us, and we were attending the classes and this thing. So she said, no, I think you can take shelter. So I said, I don't know what is shelter or anything. So she explained the whole process to us, and this is how we move in Krishna consciousness, and this is what Guru Maharaj wants from all of us. So I said, okay. So they told us to write an exam, and we did that. And then then she said, this means that you're accepting Jayapataka Maharaj as your guru. So I said, but we already have a guru. So she said, really? Who's your guru? So my husband's family, they are into Durga worship, and they have a family guru who's like a fatherly figure in their house, because my husband didn't have a father. So he conducted our marriage. He's done the Upanayanam for my husband. So he's a family guru, and he is very well known to my husband's side of the family, as he gets a lot of respect. So we already have taken a mantra diksha from him. So how can we take another guru? So she said, you can speak to Guru Maharaj during your interview, and you can discuss with him. So we went in, and the papers were in front of him. He saw the papers and then he looked, because this was a doubt in my mind, that how can I take another guru? We already have a family guru. So he looked at both of us and he said, do you want to ask me something? So we said, so I said, yes, Guru Maharaj. I said, yes, Maharaj. So he said, no, if you're accepting me, you have to address me as Guru Maharaj, not as Maharaj. So I said, sorry, yes, Guru Maharaj, I have a small doubt in my mind. And I asked him this question. I said, is it okay to accept, you as a spiritual master or as a guru when we are already having another guru in our life? So he said, what kind of initiation was it? So we just explained the process, and he said, it's nothing, just a mantra initiation. And there was no yagya or anything. We just are asked to chant this mantra every day. So he said, then it's okay. Then you can, still take initiation. But there's a gap between initiation and shelter. So I said, yeah, I'm aware about that. So he said that, and then he was, when we asked him about the guru part, so he said that he would accept us as his shelter devotees. And then he narrated one very wonderful incident, which really showed us the magnanimity of Guru Maharaj. So he told us about this one incident when Guru Maharaj had visited Madurai Meenakshi temple. And, since we were talking about demigod worship, because we said, our husband's family is into Durga worship. So he said, I always, whenever I go down south, and if I'm in Madurai, then I visit the Madurai Meenakshi temple. And he told us this incident that he went and he paid obeisances inside the sanctum, inner sanctum, and he paid obeisances to the deity. And he said the garland from Madurai Meenakshi came and fell on Guru Maharaj's neck. So I said, wow, what a great thing, for a deity to accept Guru Maharaj, So it showed us how simple Guru Maharaj is. And then he told us that we should never disrespect anybody, never ever disrespect anybody. And he explained about the importance of, this Guru who was already there in our life. And when we told him that, he's been, an inspiration for the family, and, he said, never ever disrespect him, because he's like a father figure in your husband's house. So you should respect him, and you should, treat him with great ado. And he also explained about demigod worship, and how that when we go, to any demigod temple, how we should ask for bhakti to Krishna. So every visit of Guru Maharaj was so inspirational for us. Every visit we had some new learning to get from Guru Maharaj. So this was one incident that really touched our life. And how did Guru Maharaj ever know what was in my heart? So it was always a wonder for me that And I met him on several occasions in several years after that. And many are personal realizations, which I sometimes, which I can't share on this forum. But he has really touched our hearts. And I will share some incidences with you, and some I are very personal that I cannot share with you. But he really knew what was going on in our life. He really knew what was going on in our life. And in 2000, in 1999, when we got initiated in the month of May, it was we had it in the Shiva temple there in Dubai. And then after the program, we all went again to see Guru Maharaj, to pay obeisances and to give him our Guru Dakshina and everything. So when we went there, we realized that they had arranged a feast for all the devotees who are initiated. So, but Guru Maharaj had a special, meal and things like that. So they waited. We all had to wait till Guru Maharaj finished eating, and then we were asked to have our meal. And again, I got the opportunity to cook for him. So it was very early in Krishna consciousness that he started showering his mercy on us, and gave us opportunities to serve him directly. Which is not very easy today, because Guru Maharaj's health condition is not that good. He has diet restrictions. But those days, Guru Maharaj was in very good health. And, we could cook anything for him. Anything and everything that we wanted to cook for our Guru Maharaj, we were able to do that. And it was easy because no restrictions. So, we could, cook whatever we wanted to really, please the Guru, we could do that for him. So it was very exciting waiting for Guru Maharaj's visits, and we have had many visits. He was in good health, so he would visit the Middle East very frequently, and giving us an opportunity to serve him in this manner. Then in around 2003, I expressed a desire to Guru Maharaj that I wanted to move abroad. My sister was in Australia, and I wanted to move either to US or to Australia. And I expressed a desire, saying that, my profession to be easier for me, so I want to go. I think deep down, Guru Maharaj knew that, it's not possible for us to go, or, it will not work. But he never directly told us that, because we expressed a desire. It was not his desire that we should go there and serve. So he told us indirectly, he told us that you have to, I would like you to go and see the place first, because culturally they are very, very different from, what India is, or what you're having here in the Middle East. They are a very different crowd, and that you have to, it will be a real adjustment period, will be very difficult. Even if you have a job and things like that, culturally, those countries are very different. So you go and you see the place, and then you decide. So he did not directly tell us don't go, but he suggested this. So we went, we saw the place, we came back. I still had the desire to go, but it somehow did not materialize. Few years later, I tried to go to US, but it did not materialize. So Guru Maharaj knew probably right in the beginning that it was not going to work. So indirectly he hinted to us, but maybe I was a little adamant. I wanted to go ahead and go there for my son's education, but somehow it did not materialize. And I spent 35 years in the UAE, serving Gaurangadesh for 20, 23, 22, 25 years almost. I served Shyamadesh for a few years first. And then when we moved to Gaurangadesh, we served in Gaurangadesh. So these are a few things. Then I remember about that one visit that Guru Maharaj started visiting all the homes. He would come and he would visit everybody, all the devotees' homes he would go. And devotees were so happy waiting for him to come to our house. And, everybody was cooking so many items. Poor Guru Maharaj couldn't have eaten so many things. So then we were told, don't give many things. Guru Maharaj will not be able to eat anything in the next house. So please restrict it to just one small item and things like that. So devotees were super excited, and, who would not want a guru to come to their house? And we were really, really charged up for Guru Maharaj's visit to our home. And he fortunately came and spent a few hours in our home. It was Ekadashi time. And at that time, I didn't know that we could cook so many things as we did today. So it was just we knew that we cannot eat grains and we can eat roots and fruits. So me and my god sister Sachi Mataji, we had cooked about 30 Ekadashi items, mostly all roots. Okay, so name the root and it was there. Yam and potatoes and all sweet potato, beetroot, carrot, everything was there, except any other items apart from roots. So I had a small, long kitchen, and Guru Maharaj visited us at home, and then he came past the kitchen, and then he saw because I didn't have a table to lay everything down, so I had put everything on the floor, put the newspaper down, and kept everything. He said, "How come you have cooked so many items in such a small kitchen?" So I said, "Guru Maharaj, we're just making an humble attempt, to if we can please you in some way or the other." Then he just smiled and then he went back into the bedroom. And when we did the Pada Puja for him, because we were all super excited, we had prepared everything and kept ready. So the Pada Puja water was already prepared way, way early before he arrived. And when I started pouring the water for his Pada Puja, he immediately, he did this. He said, "Oh, it's very cold." And I felt so bad because it was the water was hot, but by the time Guru Maharaj came and he had changed his clothes and he settled down and we did the Pada Puja for him, the water was very cold, probably because the AC was on in the house. And I was so ashamed of that incident that, I poured such cold water on my Guru's feet. And, immediately he looked up and he smiled and he's trying to tell me, "It's okay. It's cold, but it's okay." And then after the Pada Puja was finished, I apologized to him. And then he said, "No, it's okay. It's over. It's okay." And then after this incident, he spent a few hours with all of us. And then it was lunchtime. And during lunchtime, when we started serving the lunch, he said, "Oh my God, so many items you have cooked for Ekadashi. Where are the vegetables?" So he said, "Guru Maharaj, this is potato, this is yam, this is sweet potato, this is beetroot, this is carrot, this is, So he said, "But where are the other Where are the other veggies?" So that's when Sachi Mataji and I realized that, we can use other vegetables. We said, "Sorry, Guru Maharaj, we don't know what vegetables we should use for Ekadashi." So then he gave us a huge list of vegetables that, we could include in Ekadashi. So every visit, we had new things to learn from him. We corrected our mistakes, but it was easy to cook those days because there were not so many disciples of Guru Maharaj, although they were, but still everybody got an opportunity. Unlike today, with Guru Maharaj having his own personal servants, his own cook, and everything has to be measured in grams and, protein this much and carbs this much. Those days, it was much, much easier to cook for him. And fortunately, we had enough opportunities, to cook. And the planning, we would go into such detailed planning. Planning would go on for 2 days, 3 days. And, everybody would rack their brain and let's cook something that we have not cooked before for Guru Maharaj. Let's cook something that he likes. So, Guru Maharaj likes this, Guru Maharaj likes that. And then we get, some information from other devotees who have hosted Guru Maharaj. So, they said, "Guru Maharaj like this." So why don't we try to make this again? And he said, "No, let's try something new for Guru Maharaj." So it went on and on. Discussions were so interesting, and we would spend so many hours just discussing menus for Guru Maharaj. And I would really try to make something unique or something different for Guru Maharaj, that, keeping him, something, what would I say, a more healthier option for Guru Maharaj. Because, what happens is when he has got so many houses to visit, then the food sometimes become a little heavy for him. But Guru Maharaj never complains. And I remember every time he would come to Damodar Desh or he would come to Shyamadesh, there used to be one ice cream shop near Danata called the TCBY. And that's the country's best yogurt. And Guru Maharaj is very fond of this TCBY. So after Guru Maharaj's visit, I experimented and tried to make yogurt ice creams, which many of the devotees in Gaurangadesh now enjoy eating and they cook. So we kept experimenting on whatever he wanted or whatever he desired, whatever the servants wanted. But there were not so many servants at that time, not unlike today. There's so many servants traveling with him. Those days, there were not so many servants. There was to be very few, maybe one or two of them, traveling along with Guru Maharaj, because he was in good health at that time. It's 25 minutes. I was just checking the time. I don't want to overshoot time. Okay. There's another incident that comes to my mind, which was a learning curve for all of us. And this was, there used to be one very senior Mataji and Prabhu called Mr. and Mrs. Panikar, who were from Damodardesh. And later on, they got initiated. Now I don't remember the initiated name. We had one program there in their house, and Guru Maharaj was giving a class, and they just finished the Pada Puja for him. And one of the devotees who was, in the kitchen, he took that Pada Puja water during the class and he started sprinkling on everybody. And I think a few drops must have gone either on Guru Maharaj or on the book that he was holding. I think he was doing a Bhagavatam class. And then Guru Maharaj became very angry at that. I've never seen Guru Maharaj angry, because he's always so soft spoken. He's so kind. He's so considerate. He's so, soft with everybody. I never seen him angry. And this was one time that Guru Maharaj really became very angry and said, "You want me to go to hell?" Because, it was his washed water of his feet that this disciple was sprinkling on everybody. And I think a few drops fell on the book and on the Vyasasana where Guru Maharaj was sitting. So, one more lesson to take home, that never, then he told us that you never use the Pada Puja water in front of the person whom you have done the Pada Puja for. So you have to either honor it separately if you want to drink it, or sprinkle it on your head, but never in front of the person whose Pada Puja you have done, because it may elevate the ego of that particular person, or it may give him a feeling that he's so elevated, that's why we have done the Pada Puja for him. So another lesson to learn from that Guru Maharaj, every visit would give us something new to learn from. So this is one lesson that I learned, and I made sure that whenever I was there in any of the programs, the Pada Puja water would be kept until that Maharaj left the house, or he was in the bedroom, or he was resting or something like that. Then we would take it out slowly and give it only to those devotees who are serious in Krishna consciousness, or those who are seriously following Krishna consciousness, so nobody gets offended, because many people who are new, they may get offended by this. So we made sure that everything was prim and proper, like the way Guru Maharaj wanted. And there's one incident that I remember about Guru Maharaj, which made us realize that he's not this body, he's really his spirit soul. Because this must be in early 2000, and Guru Maharaj had just come to UAE after his visit to Bangladesh. So he finished his Bangladesh visit and he was visiting UAE. And at that time, since I'm in the medical profession, I was called, and I said, they called me and they said, Guru Maharaj is having pain in his feet, so can you just come and have a look? And I was shocked. I have never seen anybody like this. He had blisters in his both feet. I don't know how he was walking with those blisters. His between the digits of his toes, every digit was cracked. Okay, and he had developed a fungal infection in all the digits, because it was rainy season in Bangladesh, and he was walking barefoot there, going from village to village. And after his visit there, he came here. And then I still can remember Guru Maharaj's lotus feet, and I don't know how much of pain he must have gone through to, just for preaching Krishna consciousness, taking so much of effort, going, deep down to the small villages there in Bangladesh, just to make sure that he is giving Krishna consciousness and fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's mission. So this is how magnanimous Guru Maharaj is in his preaching activities. This is how magnanimous he is. And we saw it during the COVID time. He immediately started with Chaitanya Charitamrita classes, and he started, having online classes. So, every day the disciples would get an opportunity to see him, to meet him, and he would honor the prasadam offered by the devotees. And he started meeting devotees in every yatra separately. So he may be far away from us physically, but he's very close to us by heart. So this we realize by his magnanimous, mercy that he's showering constantly on all of us. Okay, there's another incident after his stroke. The first visit that he made was to UAE post-stroke, and that was the time that the song Srila Prabhupada Na Hoite Tabe Ki Hoite, that song was released, and everybody was crying. It was in a big hall, and Guru Maharaj had just come in, and Mahavaraha Prabhu, sang the song, and everybody was crying because Guru Maharaj was in such a it was so sad for all of us to see him like this, because we've always seen him active, we've always seen him robust, full of enthusiasm, full of energy, and taking over the entire hall with his kirtan, with his magnanimous personality. To see him sitting on a wheelchair, with his eyes drooping on one side, with his mouth drooping on one side, it was very, very sad. All of us were crying when this song was being played. But Guru Maharaj, he was, as though he's not in this body. He is not from the spirit. He's not from this world. He's definitely from the spiritual world. He had no, he did not even show a slight, reflection that he's distressed in any way. He must have been going through so much of pain and suffering, but it did not reflect any way in the way he was trying to preach. He could not lift his arms. He could not walk. But he, in spite of all these drawbacks, he tried to lecture to us that day. It was soul rendering lecture, which all of us who were present on that day would witness. And he spoke for a very short while because of his, it was just post-stroke. So he spoke to us just for a few minutes, and but it was so heart touching to all of us, to see Guru Maharaj like this. And we know after that, Guru Maharaj has not been in very good health, and he's now dependent on so many of us. But his mood and mission is still the same. He hasn't, maybe he slowed down a little bit, maybe with his visits or not, but his enthusiasm is still the same. There is no change at all in his enthusiasm. There's no change at all. And when he comes, he just takes over, our lives. He takes over our, those few days that he's there. It is just recharging of all our batteries. Sometimes we are spiritually very low. We are not able to do our services properly or our chanting properly. But when Guru Maharaj comes, all our batteries are recharged, and we are again so enthusiastic, and we are back to think, because he gives us so many opportunities to engage all of us in his seva. And that's the beauty of a guru, that he engages everybody in his seva. And I have one last incident that I would like to relate to. I kept it for the last because that was the topic of my discussion. It says a guru who knows your heart. So this is one incident that really touched me and my family very deeply. Guru Maharaj, when he had the stroke, since his visits were restricted, his movements were restricted, his visits were restricted. So he would initially not see so many disciples. It was difficult for him. And, he would come maybe one visit, and then it would be for, and we have different fractions of Krishna consciousness being practiced there in UAE. And then he would either come to one of the cities, and everybody from the country would come and visit him there. So that's how it would be. And mainly the leaders would come, and then there would be discussions of how to take the movement forward, and so many administrative things to be discussed and things like that. So one such visit was, he came to Shyamadesh, and we were asked, few disciples were asked to come and visit him. So senior disciples were asked that we could come and visit him. And since he had already, this visit was already planned, and we knew here forward, it will be just one visit to one yatra. And, we may not be able to interact with Guru Maharaj the same way that we did in the past. So that thought was lingering in my mind, and I was very upset because I was thinking, how will I serve him? How will I serve him? How will I serve him? Because he has come to the country, and we may just be able to get one glimpse of him, or we may be able just to, see him in a common program. So how are we going to do any seva for him? But like I said, Guru knows your heart. So my desire to serve him was fulfilled that day. We were asked to visit him in the afternoon, and about 8 of us went to visit Guru Maharaj at the house where he was being hosted. So I didn't want to lose any opportunity. Guru Maharaj was already on the wheelchair, and there was one Prabhu who had some personal problem, and he was taking up a lot of time. And he was inside the room with Guru Maharaj, so waiting for Guru Maharaj to come. Then he just came out. He blessed all of us with Jagannath's toothbrush, and then he went back into the bedroom. And then only the Prabhus were asked to come in. So my anxiety and my depression was only mounting, because we were not even allowed to interact with him. And the Prabhus all went inside, and they were able to talk to him because of Guru Maharaj's physical condition. And we were waiting outside. And I went to the kitchen. I asked Mataji, has Guru Maharaj had lunch? She said, no, we are just still cooking for him. So I said, can I do any seva? Then that Mataji said, no, all the sevas are already taken up. They're all new disciples. They all want to cook for Guru Maharaj. Now it's more difficult now that Guru Maharaj is not in very good health. So everybody must get the opportunity. We are a big yatra now. And, everybody. So I just kept quiet because I couldn't do anything. So, and then it was time for us to leave. And this Mataji came out, and then she said, Chitra Malini, I know you do baking. So would you like to bake a bread for Guru Maharaj? And I was super excited because that's what I was looking for. I want to serve my Guru. He is giving me an opportunity. I just grabbed it with both my hands. I just grabbed the opportunity with both my hands. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll make it. So I asked, what time do you want it? And she said, by 6:30, bring it to another city. Okay, which is about 30-40 minutes away drive from where we stay. So I said, okay, we'll get it for you at 6:30. I looked at my watch. It was around 3 in the afternoon. So how is the bread going to rise? How am I going to make the dough? How is it going to rise? How am I going to bake? I was really, then I said, anyway, I've got the opportunity. If I have to make it, Guru is there with me, so it will be done. So with that positive thought, we all left from there. Because there was no facility for lunch. So we came back to our yatra, and then we all had lunch. So by the time we finished lunch, it was 3:30 in the afternoon. And I went home and then had a shower quickly, and then I kneaded the dough. And I just kept praying and praying and praying and praying, please let the dough rise. Because if the dough will not rise, the bread will not rise. So I, heated my microwave, and I made it warm so that the bread will rise. Then I took a casserole, I put hot water in it, made sure that it was warm enough. Then I put the dough into it. And I was fervently praying that please let the bread rise so that I can make the bread for Guru Maharaj. At 5:30, when I opened the casserole, the dough had really risen very nicely. It was winter time, and I was surprised because my bread sometimes they don't play, the way you want them to come. So in winter, especially, it's a little tricky to make bread. So I was thinking, I don't know how it's going to come, but Guru Maharaj, I want to make this for you. So please help me to make it nicely for you. I want to serve you very nicely today. So I made this bread, and my bread has never risen as much as it rose that day. The loaf had really risen very nicely like a commercial bread. And it was not a normal maida bread or a wheat flour bread. It was this whole grain meal bread. So that's even more tricky. Anyway, with his mercy only, the bread rose. With his mercy only, I was able to bake the bread. And I took help of a disciple and another god brother of mine, and we went for the program. When I went for the program, I was looking for this Mataji who had requested me to bake bread. And I didn't, many of them, I saw her husband, I saw many people, but I didn't want to give it in anybody's hand because they may leave it somewhere. And, I wanted to make sure that it will reach a hand. So I waited for her. They had booked in, the program was running in a hotel, and they had arranged everything in the hotel. And the plan was that Guru Maharaj will come, and then he'll come to the program and he'll have the program. And they had planned that in the hotel itself, there was no cooking facility. So one of the Matajis, what she had done was she had bought not an induction stove. It's like a small stove with a very small cylinder, which they use for, this camps and picnics and all. So there's a small cylinder about this size, gas cylinder, which is attached to that. And there is a small stove on that. And you can cook for a few hours on that. So this was the plan. They will cook for Guru Maharaj. They were planning to make some South Indian dishes and all for Guru Maharaj that day. So I handed over my bread to her. She just said thank you, and then she left because she was busy. And we attended the program, and then we got back home. The next day morning, Sudevi Mataji calls me, and she said, "What did you do?" So I said, "What did I do? Why the bread was not good? Was the salt too much, or did Guru Maharaj not like the bread?" So she said, "What I'm going to tell you now is going to be a shock to you." So I said, "Really? What happened? Was the bread not up to the expectation? Or I'm sorry, because it was very short time for me to bake it, and I don't know, I just tried my best." So she said, "No. What happened that day was all the plans that we had made for his dinner completely failed. Because what they did was, when they tried to put the stove on, there was a leak in the cylinder. So they were not able to put the stove on at all. And the stove, because they couldn't put it on, they were not able to do any cooking that day. So whatever they had planned just flopped. And the only thing that they could give Guru Maharaj was this bread. And they went and they purchased some cheese, and they put some cheese and butter on the spread as a spread, and they gave it to Guru Maharaj. I was super thrilled that Guru Maharaj ate it, but I felt very sorry for all those devotees who must have taken so much of pain, to make a meal for Guru Maharaj that day. And, they must have been terribly disappointed because, we get one opportunity maybe in a year's time to cook something special for Guru Maharaj. But I think he just knew my heart. And that was something that really touched me, that if we desire something very sincerely to serve the Guru will let it happen. So my humble request to all of you is, we may think Guru is very far away, or Guru is, not able to visit us very frequently, or we are not able to go to Mayapur very frequently. So how can we serve him? But there are umpteen ways to serve Guru Maharaj. He's given us enough and more opportunities. Cooking is not the only thing that we can do for him. There are so many ways that we can, serve Guru. And if you just reach out to Mayapur and their, Guru Maharaj's team, there are so many services that we can help them with. So this was a small realization that really touched me. And, I'm very, very happy that I was able to serve Guru that day. It was disappointing, I know, to many of my God sisters or God brothers who wanted to cook that day, but I thank him for giving me an opportunity that day. And I'm happy that he was able to eat what I cooked for him. But as in when, Guru Maharaj's visits started coming to UAE, we could get less and less of his mercy, but less of his mercy, because our association with him on a one-to-one basis became less and less. But he never forgets his disciples. Once he has seen you, once he knows you, once he has given you an initiation, remember that you are hooked hooked to Guru Maharaj for life. And he never forgets a person, never ever forgets a person. Remember one incident when we were asked to wait outside, and Guru Maharaj was just entering the hall, and we were all there, and Shivala Prabhu was introducing all of us to Guru Maharaj. And then when it came to my turn, he introduced me by name. And then Guru Maharaj turned around and told him, he said, I know her. She has cooked many times for me. It really brought tears to my eyes, because he's got so many disciples. How will he know one from the other? I forget people when I see them. I haven't seen them for 6 months. I forget the person. I say, oh, the face is familiar, but where have I seen that person? Sometimes it becomes like that. But he never forgets anybody. His magnanimity of, serving Srila Prabhupada, he's such a great personality. It's very difficult to describe an ocean, because he's got so many qualities. And if I've been able to, be a disciple for him and, serve him in any small manner, I'm greatly obliged to him for life. And with this, I would like to stop my conversation for today and thank Prabhu for giving me an opportunity to speak on this forum. Now I throw it open to all of you. If anybody has got any questions, you can definitely ask me. If I'm in a position to answer it, I will definitely try.
Thank you, Mataji, for
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji, for so much wonderful pastimes, And one question I had, Mataji, since beginning I wanted to ask. So like you were saying, first time you were cooking for Guru Maharaj and he was giving rating of 80, 90, 92.
Yes.
He really eats some chapati, gives 100 rating to some chapati, or?
Oh yes, he does. But it has to be the way he wants it. It has to be super thin,
Okay.
And it has to be crisp. Generally, when we make fulkas, we make it thin, but we put it on the flame and it remains soft. But Guru Maharaj doesn't want it like that. He wants it like papad type, little bit crisp. He wants it a little crisp. So it has to be kept for a few seconds longer on the flame, but it should not have too many black spots also.
Okay.
That's a catch-22 situation. And it is I wish somebody had recorded that when I was cooking for him, because everybody would be around the table and it would give me more stress, because I have to manage rolling out the chapatis plus putting it on the flame. And if you ask somebody else to do it for you, what happens is, if they don't know the technique of when to turn the chapati or when to put it on the flame, then it will go back to 50%, 60%. So if you want to have 95, 96, 100, then you have to just be patient, and everybody will be chanting around in the kitchen. The kitchen is crowded, and there is a competition for wanting to go and serve the prasad. Everybody is ready with a plate in their hand to go and take the chapati and to serve, or so you will see everybody is all geared up to serve that chapati to Guru Maharaj. So it was a wonderful experience to cook for Guru Maharaj. Very wonderful experience. I feel sad for so many of my god sisters who came a little later in the moment, who have got very less opportunity to serve for him. But we have always tried our best to engage everybody in Guru Maharaj's service whenever it was possible. And then a few years, after serving Guru Maharaj, I just took a back seat to push other people forward. But when the seva will come, it will just come to you sometimes. They are the new Mataji sometimes are afraid, and because Guru Maharaj has got so many restrictions, they are apprehensive how to cook, what to cook. So you have to be a little bold when you have to cook for Guru Maharaj. You have to be a little strong in your behavior. If the servants who are cooking for him feel that oh, this Mataji is confident, then they'll give it to you to cook. So it's a rare opportunity, but you must grab it with both your hands. Yes, Prabhu. Any other questions?
Any devotee, any questions or any comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu's and Mataji's Danut Pranams, all glories to Guru Maharaj. That is the one thing I want to share here as a Shiksha Guru. This Chitra Malini Mataji and many seniors are also here. Just these things only I learned from all of them. We are very fortunate to associate with them, that keep desiring. So this word is always, very always highlight in our mind and heart, that always keep desiring. So Guru is there in our heart. So this is always giving us good realization and good mood to serve Guru and Krishna. So this is, we learn from Chitra Malini Mataji also. So we are very, very thankful and blessed with Mataji and all, and keep always showering your guidance and love and care to us, so we can also serve like you, how you serve. When we are listening from Mataji, that always that she served, so even I also cried that when we will get chance to serve Guru Maharaj in this way, because of health condition, it's not allowed and we can't go beyond that also. But with desire, we also get so many opportunities to serve Guru Maharaj in a different ways apart from cooking also. So this is very nice word. Keep desiring for Guru Maharaj, how to serve. When we are serving pure devotees, automatically Krishna showers his mercy. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Rati.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. May I know who's speaking?
I am Arunapati Gauradas.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Whatever things you told, I was meditating that Guru Maharaj is in my house. I put in your shoe. I was feeling that I am serving Guru Maharaj. My tears are rolling down.
Jai. There is Guru Maharaj's mercy, Prabhu. That he is always there with all of us. We are thinking, oh, he's sitting in Mayapur or he's sitting in some other city, and the devotees who are there are getting an opportunity to serve him, and we are not getting an opportunity. But if you have a desire to serve Guru, who can stop you? That desire is, I think, a very, very important thing in our Krishna consciousness. That the more we desire to serve Guru, the more opportunities we will get to serve him. All because of Guru and Srila Prabhupada's mercy, that we are all connected in Krishna consciousness today.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhu.
My name is Sri Hari Sridhardas.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you very much for narrating all the pastimes so nicely. And I almost felt like I was there when you were narrating all these pastimes. And when each and every devotee narrates these pastimes, each and every incident, it's like we feel like we are reliving that moment. I mean, we have not seen that, but we feel like we are there. So thank you very much for so nicely describing it for us.
Thank
so
you,
I have
Prabhu.
one question, Mataji.
Yes, sure, Prabhu.
Please, Guru Maharaj. So please give us some instructions. Like we are very, very,
Sorry, Prabhu.
very.
I didn't catch your question.
I'm saying how to please Guru Maharaj. So we are very junior, very, very junior, in comparison with you. So please tell us how to please.
Prabhu, nobody is junior or nobody is senior. As long as we are having an intention to serve Guru and Krishna, only Guru and Krishna knows who is, capable of getting a service. Okay. We can only endeavor to get service. So your question is how to please Guru. So what is Guru's mission, Prabhu? Guru has given us a list of things that Prabhupada has instructed him to do. So any of that, if we are able to fulfill, that will please Prabhupada, it will please Guru. So what pleases Prabhupada will please Guru. And Guru Maharaj has got a list of instructions from Srila Prabhupada. If we even take one of those instructions sincerely to our heart, and we are able to help Guru Maharaj in this mission of Srila Prabhupada, your life is complete. Don't think that, just we can physically serve Guru Maharaj. It's not necessary for Guru Maharaj to be physically there in our life. Like they say, it's not always Vani, right? Even Bapu is there. So listen to Guru Maharaj's lectures, listen to our other God brothers and God sisters who are inspiring us every day. Stay in devotee association and grab opportunities. Opportunities are there. It's how eager we are to grab those opportunities.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams.
Thank you so much. You have been Shiksha Gurus for all of us. We are very fortunate. We had such a nice Shiksha Gurus in our life, and we learned so many things from all of you. And you know how you now also you are telling the same way. We have to keep desiring how to serve Guru Maharaj. That is our aim of our life. Thank you so much, Mataji. We keep our desire to serve Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you,
To see
Hema.
you in form.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Hema. Any other questions?
Hare
Any-
Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
धन्यवाद
Krishna.
प्रणाम। माताजी क्वेश्चन कुछ नहीं है, पर आपने जो बोला बिल्कुल सही बोला है। जो
Who's
गुरु
this,
महाराज
please?
हमारे अमृतमयी गोपिका माताजी
हरे
अहमदाबाद
कृष्ण।
से बोल रहे हैं।
हाँ, बोलिए माता जी।
माताजी आप जो बोल रहे हैं ना, गुरु महाराज हमारे हृदय को जानते हैं। मैं पूरा 100% इस बात से सहमत हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे गुरु महाराज से पर्सनली मिलने का नहीं हुआ है ज्यादा, पर गुरु महाराज ऑलवेज मेरे साथ में है, हमेशा मेरे साथ में है। और
है
कुछ भी
माता जी,
मेरा
सब डिवोटीज
हाँ,
के साथ ही है हम।
हाँ वो मतलब अनुभव मिलता है कि पर्सनल हम भले नहीं मिलते हैं, पर गुरु महाराज ऑलवेज हमारे साथ में ही है।
सही है,
और
सही
उनके
बात।
ब्लेसिंग्स हमेशा साथ में रहते हैं। कुछ भी मैं
सही।
गुरु महाराज को प्रार्थना करती हूँ ना, कुछ भी स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ के लिए, तो वो सक्सेसफुल होता ही है, वो कार्य जरूर सक्सेसफुल होता है गुरु महाराज के।
Because we should
मैं
have
करती हूँ।
more spiritual desires than material desires. जब spiritual desires
हाँ,
होंगे तो जरूर
हाँ,
fulfill होंगे, because it will
होता है
help us to
पूरे।
advance in Krishna consciousness.
यस माता जी,
वो तो
यस।
करुणा सागर है माता जी, हम इतने कृपालु है कि सबको वो हेल्प कर ही देते हैं, उनके डिजायर्स
हाँ,
फुलफिल कर ही देते हैं।
हाँ, मुझे बहुत मर्सी मिली है गुरु महाराज से, बहुत मर्सी मिली है, इसलिए मैं गुरु महाराज का
आप
बहुत
बहुत
आभारी हूँ।
फॉर्चुनेट है माता जी। आप जैसे कर रहे हैं ना, और लोगों के साथ आप शेयर कीजिए ताकि सबको उनकी कृपा मिल जाए।
हाँ माता जी, पर मेरे को इंग्लिश बोलना नहीं आता है,
तो क्या
हिंदी
हुआ
मैं
माता जी?
गुजराती हूँ।
तो इंग्लिश बोलना नहीं आता है तो क्या हुआ? हिंदी नहीं बोल सकते आप? आपकी मातृभाषा क्या है?
गुजराती है, गुजराती।
गुजराती में
गुजराती।
बोलो।
गुरु महाराज से मेरे से गुजराती में बात किया था, केम छो
वेरी नाइस।
ऐसा बोले थे।
हाँ। उनको ढोकला
गुरु
बहुत
महाराज,
अच्छा लगता है, ढोकला
हाँ,
बनाओ।
गुरु महाराज बहुत मर्सीफुल है माता जी।
सही
मैं
है।
कभी मैं उनके बारे में बताऊंगी, मुझे बहुत मतलब अनुभव गुरु
Sure.
महाराज की कृपा का मिला है, बहुत कृपा मिली है मेरे को
जय।
पूरा। हरि
फॉर्चुनेट
बोल माता जी,
जय।
थैंक यू सो मच माता जी। हरि बोल, हरे कृष्ण।
Sorry to interrupt here, Chitra Mataji. Like in this kind of platform, Mataji, I can't say that. But Amritmai Mataji, please give your contact number. We have lots of Gujarati service for Guru Maharaj. This is the base I can request here. Gujarati Mataji service છે Guru Maharaj માટે. Please તમે તમારું
You are
અહીંયા mobile
grabbing
number આપો.
opportunities, Rati.
Yeah, we
हरि
have
बोल।
lots of opportunities in Gujarati also. Please contact us, Mataji.
ओके माता जी, पर मैं कैसे नंबर बोलूं, अभी क्या करूं?
माता जी चैट में डाल दो। देखो
ओके,
मिल गया आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी।
हरि बोल, हरि बोल। गुरु महाराज जी सो मर्सीफुल माता जी, बहुत अच्छा
हरे
लगता है मुझे
कृष्णा।
तो गुरु महाराज। हरि बोल, हरि बोल।
हाँ।
एक मिनट, हाँ मैं डालती हूँ चैट में। ये सब टेक्निकल
हरे
काम मेरे को
कृष्णा।
नहीं आता है, थोड़ा ऐसा है, देखती हूँ पर कर देती हूँ।
हाँ हाँ जरूर। अब माता जी अगर हमारे इसमें थ्रोबैक थर्सडे वाले ग्रुप में हैं आप,
हाँ हाँ है मैं।
हाँ, तो अगर आप यहाँ पे ट्राई कर लीजिए, नहीं होगा तो आप मुझे शेयर कर दीजिएगा, मैं माता जी को शेयर कर दूंगा आगे।
मैं करती हूँ,
हाँ।
देखो आपको आता है कि नहीं देख लो। हाँ, 9879028248। ओके,
रति लिख लो। आ गया।
ओके। एनी डिवोटी, किसी और डिवोटी को कोई कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं, कमेंट है?
Hare Krishna to all the devotees. I'm Vandana here. And
हरे कृष्णा माता जी।
Hare Krishna, I started listening to this a little late, but I was so touched by your narration. It was really very, very touching. And what I want to share is that I have taken shelter under Guru Maharaj last year. I'm waiting to get initiated from him. But one experience I would like to share with all of you, because I really wanted to share this after hearing your narrations. So last year, I went to my son who was doing a research program in San Diego. So I traveled alone, and I had never done it for the last few years. I traveled alone and I was staying there alone with him. And now I had to travel back to Dubai alone. And it was the day when I had to travel back alone. So there was a little bit of anxiety, because of traveling all alone from San Diego to Los Angeles and then from there to Dubai. And I remember I was playing something on the TV, which was about Mayapur. It was some film going on for Mayapur, and I was just watching it along with finalizing my packing and all. And suddenly, Guru Maharaj came on TV. And it is not just that he came, it was so overpowering, that thing, that I could not take my eyes off. It's not just some picture, it was something very, very powerful. And he was having a big lamp in his hand, and he was doing the aarti, and there was something else. So I was just struck with it. Like I felt there's somebody with me who's just giving me some kind of support. You are not alone. So I felt so good. I felt so at ease. I cannot tell you. Like, it was just out of the blue. I never thought of it at that time. So I just thought, like, I felt like sharing it after hearing your narrations. It's really wonderful experience. I cannot really express it truly, but I felt so good. I really felt him that day. So thank you so much for all these wonderful get-togethers.
Thank you for sharing, Mataji, your realizations. He's always there in all our hearts.
True.
So we just have to be, sincere in our endeavor to want to serve him, and he will reciprocate. He always reciprocates.
Okay. So.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranams, this is Sri Prada.
Sri Prada, how are you?
Yeah, Krishna's Mercy Mataji. I'm really touched by all the experiences that you have narrated here. And one such small experience I also had. I thought just for 2 minutes, I'll just share it. Once when Guru Maharaj had come for Gaurangadesh, on that day, I had the opportunity, I was given the chance to cook for Guru Maharaj, but on that day I had long duty, and then I couldn't take part in that. So I was a little worried, and instead of Guru Maharaj Seva, I was given the Seva for preparing Prasadam for devotees, and we have prepared a pasta on that day. Guru Maharaj, due to all the restrictions, he was not taking all those items. But when Guru Maharaj came, I just took some hot water for him to wash his hands. At that time, he asked me, "What did you prepare for me?" Then I told him, I did not get an opportunity to cook for you, Guru Maharaj, but I have cooked for the devotees. Then he told me, "You get that prasadam for me." Then I took some pasta which was prepared for the devotees, and he just had little from that. So that also shows that Guru Maharaj, he understands our heart. As your topic says, he understood what was in the heart, and he just tasted little from that. It was very, very immense happiness it gave for me that I could serve little for Guru Maharaj. So I thought I will just share that here. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your wonderful realization.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare. So we would like to thank Mataji for joining us today and sharing so much wonderful pastimes about Guru Maharaj, her interactions with Guru Maharaj, how he knows our heart. So we would like to thank Mataji one time by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Those devotees who are not part of
Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, Hare Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam to all dear
Hare
devotees.
Krishna.
Hari Bol.
Sorry, Prabhu, you were saying something.
Yeah.
Hare-
So those
Prabhu
devotees
was
who are
saying
not,
something.
yes, ma'am.
Hare
So
Krishna
those
Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Krishna.
okay.
Dandavat
So
pranam.
those devotees who are not part of Throwback Thursday WhatsApp group, I've just shared a link to join the WhatsApp group. So you can join this group. And here you will get all the updates for future Throwback Thursday programs that Iskcon Seshadripuram keeps organizing. So please do join this group if you are not part of it. And you can please feel free to share this link further so that more devotees, they can, get to hear the glories of Guru Maharaj. And the such sweet pastimes of Guru Maharaj, so more and more devotees can hear. So please do share this with others as well, and do join yourself as well. Okay.
Okay, okay. Hari Bol. Hari